EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
180! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff, eluding the pressure right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jerry Tillery able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Check 390! 390! Load it! Load it! Check! Get on! Get on!
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Good! 190!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get the... is forward for about 4.
He wasn't ready! He wasn't ready!
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger 1st down.
Hey, Delta! 80 West behind!
Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Running on first down, Eckler. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Marquis Christian. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Check, green 80, green 80. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
From the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
All right, 180. Hey, Delta. I got you. Check 31, check 31.
Now Gordon on first down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. I got one.
From the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Room here to run. 27 yards there, a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, Goff. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
180, 380. 80 hot. White, 80 hot.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. 1 man in the backfield. That's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach David? And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Goff. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Intercepted by the Chargers. They'll take over first and 10.
Mike 15. 59. Mike is 59.
Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
White 90. Round 80.
So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, 17 drill. Hey, Rocket. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On third down, Rivers. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Go, boys. Go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it. Hey, Delta. Alpha.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Rivers finding his top receiver. That's Allen. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 70 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren.
14.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But it'll be second down.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got
Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 74 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it 24-13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 76 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Goff. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Goff now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Now it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. A big play there by Gordon. 46 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st down, Gordon stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute off.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. The intended receiver there, Allen. After the interception, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on second and 10. Goff over the middle. That's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, 95 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
64,
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10. Here's Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Wait, 89.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Don't get nervous. Red Delta!
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Great job.
Melvin Gordon, 38 yards.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout.